Alright, here we go. This is my tutorial for the month. This is my very first one, so let's do it. So I was thinking about something that anyone, whether you're a beginner or not, could do, and it's something that I used to do at a daycare that I worked at, and I thought that this would be a cool thing to kind of show everyone as an alternative embellishment, and it is this rose. And this rose is made out of duct tape. So yeah, that's what I'm going to show you, is how to make some duct tape roses. And it's really simple. You just need duct tape. Any color will do. I have this pink kind that I had when I was doing this for binding. And you can use a straw. You can use anything else too. A straw, like a dowel rod, or some kind of like those shish kebab stick things. Anything will work. You just need something to wrap the rose around to form it. And then what you're going to need to do is you'll take your duct tape and it really doesn't matter like how much you pull off or cut off, because that just means that your petals will be different shapes, and not shapes, but different sizes. You'll have varying sizes, which is always good, because you know, you don't want the rose to look, you know, too perfect, because nature really is never really perfect. But anyways, what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of tape, and the top two corners you're going to fold to form a little triangle here at the top. And again, you don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be precise, because once you cut it and form it, you know, you're not going to be able to tell that your triangle was off or whatever. So this part, you can leave it pointed, or you can do this. You can round the top like this. This way it forms the arch of the petal. If you leave it pointed, you'll just have a pointed rose, pointy petal rose. And it just depends on how full you want your rose. That depends on how many strips you cut. So you'll take your first strip, and what you're going to do is one of the ends you're going to start rolling. This is what's going to form that little spiral in the middle of the rose. And of course, there we go. And this, you know, really varies on just your preference, what you like, what you think looks good, yada yada yada. It doesn't have to be perfect. So you start your roll there. Ow, duct tape, ow. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to stick on right next to that roll there, and you're just going to smush it down like that, and just keep on rolling and smush just like that. And you're going to want to smush to kind of form it so it opens the bud up a little bit. So that's the beginning. And so what you'll do next is you can either do one of two things. You can just, because you're going to stick it on like this, and you can either just keep wrapping around, or you can do what I do, which is, let me see what the best way to do this is. I just like do a smush. I smush it in and fold. I smush and fold. I really hope that I'm in frame and the tape is sticking to my arm. Okay. And you just push on the top part there so it kind of cups, and you smush and fold, and you just keep smushing like this. Smush, smush, smush. And it starts to cup and form around, you know, as you wrap around. And like I said, you just smush and fold. And this part here does not have to look perfect either, because once you get it all done, depending on how flat you want the flower to be, you're going to cut, and then you'll put another piece there, which I haven't done yet, but you're going to cut all that off. You could also, you know, depending on how much you want this to sit on your paper. So what you're going to do is you're just going to keep doing that. We're going to do the next one. You're going to put that on there and just smush. Smush and fold, smush and fold. And your petals, and you're going to want to smush the base here, they're going to start forming. And you just keep going all the way around. You just stick it on there and start smushing and folding. You know, your first one might be a little tricky, might be a little difficult, but you'll kind of look just like what I'm doing, because yeah, my first tutorial, trying to do this on here, whatever. But yeah, these would be great on cards and layouts and, you know, whatever you would normally use it for. And it's something different, you know, it's not your normal everyday thing. Once you start getting to where it looks like this, then you can just kind of look and see where you want your next petal to the center of it to lie, and you're just going to start, you know, filling in those gaps of smushing and folding. And if you want it to kind of stick out a little more, you just pucker that up there. See, and you just squeeze and keep going. I really hope that this is in frame. You just smush and fold and smush and fold. I'm going to get a couple more petals on here, and then I'll show you what I do then. And I mean, you don't have to do it exactly like this. That's the beauty of all of this stuff, is you do what you are comfortable with, you do what your fingers will let you do, and what you think looks good. Because who's to tell you that it's wrong? No one. Because it's yours. Okay. Put one more there. Sorry. I had to see what I was doing. Smush and fold. Smush and fold. Smush and fold. Okay. You can keep going around and around and around to make this, you know, whatever size you want. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and push down. Sometimes what I will do is I will take a little strip of tape, like this, and I will go around. Pretty tight. See, I told you it kind of hides that. Now, you can, depending on what you want to do with this, you could cut it at that size and leave it like that and do something like with a spray, or, you know, whatever. Or you can cut it down, like right here, you just cut right across where that top of that tape starts, like this, so it will lie flat on whatever project you're working on. So yeah, give it a try. There's lots of colors of duct tape, and like I said, there's a variety of ways you can do it. You can leave it pointed, you can cut it off, you can do the smush and fold, you can just basically wrap completely around. You know, if you get real creative, you can make rosebuds. You know, it's totally up to you on the variations that you want to do, but that's the technique. So yeah, I hope you guys like it, and that's my first tutorial, guys. So I'll see you later. Bye!